Tampa Fire Rescue maintains several specialty teams with personnel and equipment to respond to the unique and challenging emergencies that can occur in our urban and industrial areas. One of those teams, housed at the Palmetto Beach Fire Station No. 6, in addition to their daily emergencies, the crew members here are also trained and equipped to deal with hazardous materials releases. We wanted to find out more about the training and gear for this unique team. For the past several weeks, 24 Tampa firefighters have spent time in the classroom and participating in countless evolutions to learn how to be hazardous materials technicians. Captain Jerry Weaver is the lead instructor for this program. We asked him about his role and the importance of this class.
The importance of this HazMat technician class is taking 22 firefighters that are on Tampa Fire Rescue and expanding their knowledge of some of the various emergencies that we might encounter here in Tampa. Not only does it make them better firefighters, but it also allows them to be part of our special operations team here with Tampa Fire Rescue. It gives them increased knowledge for all the different types of emergencies that they might come across as the first arriving engine company, as a first responder. My role as the HazMat team coordinator is to coordinate all the hazardous materials training. There are minimum standards that the state requires, and my main responsibility is to make sure that every technician, when he passes this course, that he meets those minimum standards. And here in Tampa, we like to exceed those standards whenever we can, and we definitely do that with this course here. We have a lot of hands-on experience. There's a lot of book knowledge that needs to be learned, but book knowledge is about half of the training. Definitely getting that book knowledge, getting them out of the classroom, getting hands-on, getting them on top of rail cars, working with chlorine, ammonia, some of those commodities that run through Tampa are definitely a plus for Tampa Fire Rescue.
We asked Captain Weaver what else these rescuers learned, besides how to simply use the hazardous materials gear.
Some of the things that these young firefighters learned out here as a result of this training is how many hazards truly do go through the city of Tampa. As a firefighter, we train to deal with fires, EMS calls, medical emergencies, but anytime you throw a chemical into that, whether it be a hazardous chemical or even sometimes a non-hazardous chemical, sometimes the unknown just frightens people. So what this class has done is it's taken your standard firefighter and it's turned him into a hazardous materials technician.
Firefighter Henry Williams is one of the rescuers attending the Tampa Hazardous Materials Technician course. We asked him to tell us about the class and what it meant to him.
It is a lot of information to absorb in a 4-week period. The days are long. I think to me, the most important thing, or the thing that I'll walk away with, is to actually be more aware to the surroundings in which we enter. Every bit of HazMat is going to be beneficial to any everyday call that we go through. It just makes us a more rounded department, makes us more efficient when we respond. HazMat classes is definitely made me more efficient and comfortable around those different emergency scenes that we'll respond to.
After watching the training session, we went over to Tampa's Fire Station No. 6. Located near the Port of Tampa, this fire station is home to the Hazardous Materials team. Captain Walter Llewellyn was our host and showed us some of the gear his team has at their disposal. We saw the drill that you guys had. We saw the men constantly come into this vehicle and taking equipment off of here. What are some of the gear that they would come to this truck and take off?
We have a wide variety of gear on this truck for hazmat operations. In the open compartment here would be some of our metering equipment. We have handheld meters and also larger fixed meters that we'd set up if we had a chemical spill or hazmat situation.
So what do some of these meters do? Like this
is one of our most commonly used meters. It's a simple 4-gas meter. Our most common call is a gas leak. This would be a meter that we'd get off the truck first and operate to find out if we have gas present or what the oxygen levels are, or if we have an explosive atmosphere and we need to evacuate people. We would use this meter first.
And then some of these, and honestly, some of them look kind of like they've been around a while. Some of these look quite old. Are these still quite useful devices to you?
This was the 4-gas meter that we've been using for the past 20 years, and the one in your left hand we just recently received. It's a replacement for that one. These cost $4,000 or $5,000, and this newer one is $500 due to changes in technology. These particular meters are serviced and repaired by the wastewater department within the city of Tampa, which makes it a lot easier for us. That is a type of radiation detector, a Ludlam monitor, and if we had a radiation leak, this particular type of monitor can tell us if there's radiation present and what kind of levels that we have present. That'll help us deciding what we're going to do or what kind of evacuation we're going to need for that. We carry several different kinds of radiation monitors depending on what type of radiation we have present and what definitive level of radiation we want to find out about. We have ones that'll actually tell you the particular isotope, and we have other ones that just say, yes, something radioactive is present.
Captain, we've put away all the gas meters, but now you've pulled out this rather sophisticated looking piece of equipment that you carry on your truck. What is this?
This is our HazMat ID. It's a identification system for unknown products that we may respond to. For example, if somebody had a white powder on the ground and they were concerned about it, but they didn't know what it was and we were called, we could get a sample of that powder, set it up on here, and it will reveal to us a lot of times specifically what it is or a percentage chance of what it is, and that really eliminates a lot of the guesswork and makes things a lot easier for us. We also use it in conjunction with this laptop, and we have a wireless internet, and we can take our information here and put it in databases that we subscribe to and find out more about the product.
Captain, as we work our way to the back of the truck here, I see we've come across the chemical suits that we've seen the people wearing at the drill. It says here level A, level B. What's the difference for those who don't know the difference?
A level A suit would be one that's totally encapsulated, that would completely 100% protect you from an unknown chemical or powder or product. Level B would be a little less protection, full respiratory protection, almost all the way skin protection, but not as much as the level A. And then we have some lower levels where we would have like a throwaway coverall type gear that we could completely get rid of, but it wouldn't have that much protection. Or if it was flammable, we would put our firefighting turnout gear on.
We've moved to the other side of the truck here. You've got various toolboxes with plugs, clamps, sockets. What are all these various tools for?
We have a hazardous materials call. Usually some type of accident has occurred where something is broken, something is leaking or being released, and that means we're going to have to try to stop it. In order to do that, we have various clamps, plugs, tools. We may have to cut something or patch something and just contain or stop what's going on.
Captain Llewellyn, at the drill, we saw the responders taking tools out of here and talking about patches and stuff. What are these huge plugs and patches for?
Well, at the drill, we had a rail car simulated leaking chlorine from the top of the car where the chlorine is put in or taken out of the rail car, and we would apply some of these pieces of equipment on there to contain or stop a leak from the rail car. This is a level C chlorine rail car kit.
Okay, Captain, one last question while we're looking at this truck. Wading pools on the HazMat truck, what are these for?
Yes, sir. We have a motto of keep it simple, stupid, and this is one of the things we found that works the best to contain water from a decontamination. When someone comes out of a hazardous materials environment, we're going to wash them off, but basically we want to collect what comes off of them, and we use these pools. It's cheap, it's easy, and it works good.
There is a lot of extra work and responsibility that goes into being a member of the Hazardous Materials team here in Tampa. We wanted to know what personally each team member gets out of being a hazardous materials technician.
One of the things that I really enjoy about being here, being on Tampa Fire Rescue, is the ability to have this extra training. Most departments, you have firefighters. But here in Tampa, we have hazardous materials technicians, we have tactical medics, we have urban search and rescue, we have a K-9 team. and being able to train as a hazardous materials technician allows me the opportunity to have a knowledge base that is superior. I just wanted that knowledge, okay? And so that when I did go to a hazmat call, I knew what was going on, I knew the procedures, I knew what was expected of me, I knew what to expect from others. And over the years, I have become the captain of the hazmat team, and I enjoy this role, I enjoy the challenge, but being a member of the hazmat team just allows me some extra training and just the knowledge that any kind of situation that I come across, I'm well trained for and well prepared to handle.
You know, it's definitely so much of an asset to the department. It makes you more aware to your surroundings. You can make a wise decision, and so I would definitely, for the future firefighters coming on, for firefighters that are on now, it's such an asset to the department. It'll make you better for your community, for yourself, and that's our main goal.
What I like about hazardous materials is the thinking involved, and it allows you to develop critical thinking skills. When you have a fire, for example, you know you're going to extinguish the fire, put water on the fire, those type of things. With hazardous materials, it's going to be something different every time, and the way you respond and handle it is also going to have to be thought out and potentially handled differently than some of the other types of calls.
At the beginning of this program, we showed you a class of Tampa firefighters that were participating in their final training scenario before being designated hazmat responders. At that class graduation, Fire Chief Tom Ford spoke about the importance of the role they were now stepping into.
We in the city of Tampa realize hazardous materials and fire and emergency response issues that other communities don't even consider. But when you have a port of Tampa like ours, that's the fifth busiest port in the United States and brings in over 52 million tons of hazardous materials every year, that's a huge amount of concerns that roll up and down our highways and our byways every day in and day out. And now you have the skill sets at the technician level to at least be able to identify these things and also be able to provide a better service to our great community.